These are the moments between when the gunman opened fire inside a elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, and when parents learned the fate of their children. Parents say they asked, in fact, they begged with police to allow them to go in before the gunman had been killed, because they say police stood around for some 60 minutes. And tonight, the timeline looks very different than it did last night. The questions now, very serious questions about why police waited so long, now have far, far more difficult answers, and answers right now this evening that are not coming from police. Good evening from Uvalde, Texas. I'm Leland Vittert. 48 hours now after the worst school shooting in American history, the second worst school shooting. Police here, the Texas Rangers, cannot tell the parents of the dead children that they did everything possible as quickly as possible to save the kids inside this elementary school. 19 of them dead. Among them, Jacqueline Cazares. I spoke with her father earlier today. This is Jacqueline. He was going to text me a picture of her. This is the picture he wanted to text me, but he said, I don't know how to text her the picture. That's what she would have done. He was among those parents begging police between noon and 1 p.m. to run towards gunfire, and he said, if you don't do it, I will. Here he is.
As soon as they heard the gunfire, they should have rushed in. You know, that didn't happen. You know, more policemen came in increments. They were there unprepared. You know, they should have had shields in the cars. They should have had, you know, flag, you know.
Do you think they were unprepared, or were they cowardly? Were they disorganized?
I say all three. Honestly, in my opinion.
There is an incredible amount of anger now in this community and bewilderment about how so many things that we thought and had been told were true, including but not limited to a school resource officer exchanging fire with the gunman, that simply did not happen. And obviously there is a fog of war. Almost always in these situations, the initial reports are wrong. But it's clear now that police are having to change a lot of the really salient details and create a very different timeline than what we first understood happened here just about 48 hours ago on Tuesday. Just a couple of hours ago, the head of this region for the Texas Department of Public Safety came out and gave the updated timeline.
At 11:28, suspect just west of here wrecks his vehicle. 11:40, he walks into the west side of Robb Elementary. 4 minutes later, local police departments, Uvalde Police Department, the Independent School District Police Department are inside making entry. Approximately an hour later, U.S. Border Patrol tactical teams arrive. They make entry, shoot and kill the suspect.
The reason that 1 hour is so important is that is what trauma teams call the golden hour, the time that most of the life and death consequences of violent trauma appear and can be best treated. After an hour, it is far, far more difficult. We talked about Javier Cazares, his daughter Jacqueline. He held his daughter's hand at the hospital, and he promised her that she did not die in vain. That means she died at the hospital. That means that when they went into the school, they believed that she had a chance to live, and he will now forever have to think about standing on this street knowing potentially that his daughter was inside this school dying and police did not let him go in. It is a truly horrific position for a father and for any parent to be in. One of the big issues in this community is there are only 5 elementary schools. There's only 16,000 people. Everybody that we have talked to here either knows one of the victims or knows their family. Many are related, and especially right where I'm standing, just a couple of doors down, there are people whose grandchildren survived, but whose great nieces or nephews or their children's sister-in-law did not. That's what we found just a couple of doors from here. Here's Jesse Ortiz. You were watching the firefight. You tried to go get your granddaughter. Today we know she's okay, and your sister-in-law's little sister isn't. How do you reconcile that?
You can't. It's just sad. It's just devastating, you know? It's hard knowing that some children died, but then I'm thankful that my son's daughter is okay, you know, and it's just, you can't, you can't balance one or the other. It's just hard, no matter how you see it.
So just so we understand, his son's daughter, his granddaughter, survived. His son's wife's little sister died. One was okay, the granddaughter was okay. The daughter-in-law's sister died. It is intensely personal. The emotion here is almost overwhelming, and it really informs us of why there is real anger at the police and real bewilderment about why we heard so many things that later on turned out not to be true. Brian Enton's been looking into that. He joins us. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.